Hello and welcome to a webinar on grading requirements for Krav Junior Newcastle. Here we get to show you the journey from white belt to black belt and all the different actions in between that our kids need to take. First thing I'd like to talk about is our progressive tips. These are like mini tests that we have between our major belts. At the beginning, all our children get a grading requirements form, and as you can see, it's broken into 4 areas. The first one is our blue tip, where we look at strikes. They're using their hands and using their legs to hit pads. The second tip is our green tip, and that's looking at fighting, so how they handle themselves under pressure and putting combinations together. The next tip we look at is our yellow tip, and this is about defenses. So when someone's trying to strike us by hitting or kicking us, we're learning to defend and stop this from happening. Our last tip is our red tip, and this is about self-defense, both standing, getting away from dangerous holds or chokes, and then we're also looking at ground defenses, where we're looking at also break falls and rolls. With regards to the progressive tips, the tests are held during the school term. Now during school terms 1 and 3, in week 7 we have a blue tip, and in week 10 we have a green tip. In terms 2 and 4 we have in week 3 a yellow tip test, and in week 6 we have a red tip test. We're all pushing ourselves towards that big date in week 9 of term 2 and 4 where we get to do our belt test. In Krav Junior, we use belts for our grading systems. Now we have 8 coloured belts ranging from white belt all the way up to black belt. At black belt we have 3 different black belts that the kids work towards. Now always remember that when we have our tests for these belts that you need to understand the prior requirements may be tested. So you need to know all your material when you come to your belt test. One of our big events during the year is definitely our graduation or our belt tests. Now, these are held every 6 months, as I said before, at the end of term 2 and the end of term 4. Now, they are a special event. The kids have put a lot of time and effort with training, with practice, and here they are about to go for their belt and they're very excited. So it's a great time to celebrate and look at it as a great opportunity to see what our kids can do. Now, of course, there are tests on all 4 areas. They're strikes, fighting, defenses, and self-defense. And again, higher levels can be tested on their prior knowledge. So it's very, very important that they're always working on everything that they know. One of the main things that we really do at Krav Junior is to push that idea of setting goals. We want our kids to go from white belt, work their way through all the different belts up to black belt. And of course, during that time that they're working on each of those belts, they've got their progressive tips to work on as well. So we see this as a great goal-setting activity. We've definitely built a system that's going to help the kids, and with your help as well, parents, we are definitely going to see some success in our classes. So again, thank you very much for watching this webinar on graduation or grading system. If you have any other questions, please ask or post it in our Facebook group. Thank you.